Tech for Seniors, episode 69, July 19th, 2021. And we have about 75 people joined us today. Thank you so much. We get all enthusiastic with your enthusiasm. So thank you everyone for coming. It's going to be a great show. We have lots of fun things to do today. We have people, of course, of everyone that is in our Zoom meeting, but of course we also broadcast over onto YouTube. So for those of you who are over on YouTube, welcome as well. So we are broadcasting. So the meeting agenda today will be the same as usual. For those of you who are in our Zoom meeting, we will the meeting will go for an hour. And then those of you who are over on the Zoom side or on the YouTube side, the meeting will go for about 50 minutes. And just before Ray's segment, his music segment, we'll be stopping our live broadcast to YouTube, and we will be continuing on with our Zoom meeting. We then will have a question and answer period for about 20 minutes. Now, this is all going to change a little bit, and I'm going to be discussing that in a couple of minutes, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. So there's some new things that we're going to add, more value for your membership. Well, oh, there's no membership. Oh, what are we doing? Anyway, we'll certainly be doing that. So let's see, what else do we have here? Hewie, before we, I'm just going to, before you, just hold on a second here. I want to do one little thing here. Before you, I ask you about your new internet, and you're going to tell me how you're blasting along. I wanted to just let you know before you start to gloat over this 150 megabyte up. I wanted to let you know that an article this morning just came out from Japan. And the article was, scientists at Japan National Institute of Information have smashed the internet transfer record by shifting data at 319 terabytes per second. That means that you could download 7,000 high definition movies in 1 second. Now, the cool part about this is you don't need any extra. These were done on normal internet lines. So, so now tell us how your new new internet is working out.
Well, it's a gigabit service. When I use speedtest.net, I'm just around just over 900 down and another 920, 940 up. Mm-hmm. And so I decided, because it was quite a bit slower, of course, using Wi-Fi and using some of my other peripherals like my Chromebook, I went ahead and I got a new router. Mm-hmm. Instead of using the one from the cable company or my ISP, because I don't have cable, but instead of using the one I've been using from them, because they swapped out some hardware, but they left the same old router that I've had for a couple of years. And even the guy said they're terrible routers. So I splurged and got one that will handle the high speeds. It handles IPv6, and it's got 4 things sticking up in the air, and it looks like it's going to be a lot faster, and it has helped, but I'm having trouble getting some of my peripherals because I got a new router. All my passwords to the Wi-Fi, it changed, of course. So I have to change all of the devices.
You're going to be a busy guy.
Yeah, and some of them have worked and some haven't, and it's been a chore.
Bob, congratulations. Bob is the 16th or 17th most popular security update podcast in podcast world, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, congratulations. We are indeed honored to have you in our presence. Yes, indeed.
Listen, at that rate, I'll get to heaven faster than I expect to go.
And then, of course, speaking of honoring everyone, Dewey, of course, coming off his birthday win his big birthday, and he's going to be giving us an update on his new barbecue and steak shortly, as soon as he gets his John Deere tractor fixed, right?
Right. I broke the main belt on the mower deck on Friday and immediately got a new one, but replacing it is something I'm simply
So lots of things happening
later today.
Yeah, and of course, Ray, how have you done this week?
I'm looking forward to this week more than ever, because my video editing class that I'm taking at the local college, Ellen actually is in my class with me. It ends. We're going to graduate. And
So
I'm not sure what to, but we're going to graduate, and I'll be done with it.
Are we going to see great videos coming out? Not that we don't see great videos now, but are we going to see really crazy good stuff then? Are you going to apply your knowledge?
I might put something together. We'll see. We'll see.
All right. And of course, Bill James, we had a great time with Bill last Thursday. We talked lots of tech, lots of gadgets. It's always a lot of fun when we have Bill on for Tech for Senior Live. It was a good time. Do you have a good time, Bill?
You're muted.
Yeah, excellent. All right, listen, I've only got a few minutes left, but I did want to play something for you today. So let me just... Good day, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Seniors. You know, at Tech for Seniors, we're always trying to improve our product and add new features. Well, today I have a big announcement, and we're adding a new feature that will be using YouTube's Premiere feature. You know, we've got a lot of content on our YouTube channel, and we're anxious to have it used. So what I've done is I've gone back to each episode and created a short 20-minute video on the pertinent information on that particular day. For example, 1 year ago, episode 16, Hewie did an excellent talk on Snagit, and I talked on old photographs. So I've taken that information and put it into a 20-minute video with the idea that you could use this in your computer club, or you can use it for educational purposes as you wish. We're going to broadcast this on YouTube Premiere. So what does this mean? Well, the format of our show on Monday will stay the same. We're going to have a 60-minute show, as we always have, followed by a Q&A session of about 20 minutes. We're then going to let you get up, rest, maybe go to the bathroom, and at 10:30 or at 1/2 the YouTube Premiere version will start. This is a YouTube video, and in this case, it's a 20-minute video on what to do with old photographs and Snagit, and it will start automatically at 10:30. You will be able to watch the show. It will be recorded, so it's there for future use. It will be labeled as episode 16A, as the original episode was 16. So each week, I will announce what the topics are that will be available for this. All that you have to do is go to our YouTube channel, and at 1/2 hour or at 10:30, the video will start playing. So what does all this mean? Well, today at 10:30, if you come over to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the video. So how do you get to the YouTube channel? Maybe you haven't been there before. Well, if you go to www.tech4senior and click on the live stream button at the top of the page, it will take you directly to our YouTube channel. When you get there, you'll see this menu. And if you look here, you'll see, of course, our upcoming Tech for Senior Live on Thursday. And below that, you'll see the YouTube Premiere event that will start at 10:30. The event will continue on for 20 minutes and then stop. We'll have no further discussion, and you will be able to play this video back and use it as a regular YouTube video. There is a chat feature on there, and I'm not sure if we'll monitor the chat or not. We haven't made a decision about that yet. As you could, if you had any questions, you could certainly bring those up the following week. So this is a trial program. Hopefully you'll be interested in this and see how it works out. So let's see what happens with our new feature at Tech for Senior, our new YouTube Premiere event. All right, so that's so we're going to start that today, and at 10:30 we'll be broadcasting that. So hopefully everybody will have some. It's taking some information we already have and making it a little more available and useful. Bob, are you ready to go?
And while he's getting ready, just a reminder that Premiere, any of you who are in user groups are more than anything that we're allowing you to use those as part of your meeting as well.
Right.
Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending July 16th, 2021. Is voice cloning becoming a security threat? Advances in voice cloning have brought computer-generated audio to a level the BBC reports is now said to be unnervingly exact, and that some experts believe may constitute a substantial security hazard. The AI-led technology learns and adapts on its own, and it has evolved greatly over the past few years. The newest iteration of the software can assimilate not just one's accent, but also their timbre, pitch, pace, flow of speaking and breathing. Moreover, the cloned voice can be manipulated to express a range of emotions, including anger, fear, happiness, love, and boredom. While this new technology offers some benefits, particularly for those unable to talk, the other side of the coin is the security risk. Vishing or voice phishing is a reality and is happening, commented Avast security evangelist Louis Carones. With voice cloning, attacks could get more sophisticated, spoofing someone's voice in conjunction with a BEC attack, for example. Some governments and law enforcement agencies like Europol are looking into the development of new technology that can detect deepfakes like synthetic voices. Ring's end-to-end encryption is finally out of beta. Ring recently announced plans to offer end-to-end encryption for most of its smart security cameras. The protocol prevents anyone, including hackers, law enforcement, or Ring itself, from accessing your videos. After just a few months in beta, Ring end-to-end encryption is now available to all U.S. users and is currently rolling out to devices globally. Smart camera manufacturers are never free from controversy, but Ring found itself entrenched in scandals throughout 2019 and 2020 for violating users' privacy, providing video footage to police without asking users first, and leaving devices vulnerable to hackers. Unfortunately, end-to-end encryption doesn't work with Ring's battery-powered video doorbells and cameras. Read more at reviewgeek.com. Notorious ransomware gang REvil mysteriously disappears after causing global havoc. After causing international mayhem, a notorious cybercrime group appears to have disappeared. Sometime around 1 a.m. on Tuesday, 7/13/2021, all online traces of the gang weirdly seemed to vanish from the internet. Security professionals began commenting on Twitter that the gang's websites appeared to be down, in particular the group's leak site, which REvil has typically used to extort ransoms from victims using data stolen during attacks, and which the gang sardonically dubbed its Happy Blog, has been taken offline. All REvil sites are down, including the payment sites and data leak sites, said Lawrence Abrams, security researcher and owner of Bleeping Computer. The public ransomware gang representative is strangely quiet, he added, referring to the group's equivalent of a PR liaison. Read the full story on Gizmodo. Xbox responds to feedback and gives parents spending control. Since launching Xbox Family Settings last year, one of the top pieces of feedback Xbox received from parents was to include options that track and manage their children's spending. This week, Xbox addressed that feedback in a blog post that announced several new money management features in family settings. Parents can now set spending limits, view their children's balance, view spending history, and receive notifications anytime their children want to make a purchase with insufficient funds. Xbox Family Settings is an app available for iOS and Android. For more on the story, see PC Mag. Hacker group SolarWinds with zero-day exploit. Microsoft Threat Intelligence Center reported a zero-day remote code execution exploit being used to attack SolarWinds, the Austin-based IT software and monitoring company. MSTIC did not say which SolarWinds customers were targeted, but it did say that the group behind the attack was based in China and has been observed in the past to attack the Industrial Defense Center of the U.S. and software companies. MSTIC says it detected the zero-day attack during a routine investigation, where it observed a malicious process spawning from SolarWinds' Serve-U process. MSTIC alerted the company, and SolarWinds quickly issued a patch. For more, see Ars Technica. Verification scams on social media are expected to increase. According to CNET, social media verification scams, which have been around for several years, are expected to grow as more and more people endeavor to build brands on social media platforms. Account verification began as a way to authenticate accounts deemed to be of public interest, but verification badges have morphed into status symbols. Scammers are offering easy verification on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for a fee, oftentimes asking users to fill out fake verification forms that mime for personal info and passwords. Users are advised to be wary of any third party promising to grow their followers and provide account verification. And that wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bob. That's great. Excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. We have now Dewey. Let's see what Dewey has for us today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dewey, and my Tech Talk topic for today is on-demand streaming services, fee-based and ad-supported. My last two Tech Talks were about the 5 most popular live TV streaming services, which are YouTube TV, Hulu with Live TV, Sling TV, Fubo TV, and AT&T TV. These are the big players. By the way, I've just learned that AT&T TV will soon be rebranded as DirecTV Stream. All of these major services are mainly meant for cable and satellite TV users eager to cut the cable and enjoy the benefits of live streaming TV. To be fair, there are at least 3 other less costly live TV streaming services that lack one or more of benefits of the 5 services I reviewed previously. These are Vidgo, Philo, and Friendly TV. To learn more about these, I'd suggest you do a Google search. You'll recall I've previously talked about on-demand TV and on-demand TV streaming. On-demand TV is popular not only for content, but also because viewers can often pause, play, fast forward, rewind, or rewatch a particular show for a reasonable monthly fee or agreeing to watch ads. The largest 2 on-demand streaming services are Amazon Prime and Netflix, each with around 200 million subscribers worldwide.
Wow.
Disney Plus follows with over 100 million subscribers worldwide and starts at $7 a month. Most of the rest of the popular on-demand streaming services have perhaps 25 to 40 million subscribers. Here's a quick rundown of the most popular other on-demand services. HBO Max, $10 to $15 a month. Hulu, not Hulu with live TV, but straight Hulu, $6 to $71 per month. Paramount Plus, $5 to $50 per month. Peacock, free and up to $10 a month. Discovery is $5 and up per month. Curiosity Stream costs $3 to $10 per month. BritBox, $7 a month. And its also British competitor, Acorn TV, is $6 a month. There are a lot more on-demand services, but these are the best known. The third and very large category of free on-demand streaming services is called ad-supported video on demand, commonly known as AVOD. We'll be hearing a lot about that. And some of these services have a low-priced upgrade version. They're not free, but cost a little bit to upgrade. I'll be dishing out a lot of information about these streaming services and their differences. So if you're really interested, you might want to come back later and revisit this tech talk. YouTube is the absolute king of the hill in TV streaming services. Roughly an estimated 150 million people in the US and Canada alone visit YouTube each month. YouTube is free and ad-supported. There's another version called YouTube TV Premium. It's without ads, but it costs $12 a month for a single user. As many as 5 family member accounts can be added to your YouTube Premium subscription for an extra $6 a month. So that means you get 5 times as many accounts. Vimeo is a streaming site, that allows their users to upload and promote their videos with a high degree of customization. By the way, our co-host Ron Brown did an excellent presentation last week comparing YouTube and Vimeo and their differences and similarities. Samsung TV Plus is a new free audio ad-supported video on demand service offering a widely varied mix of as many as 160 TV channels. Aside from having oodles of movies and TV shows, Samsung TV Plus also includes access to news, entertainment, and sports. Channels include ABC News Live, CBSN, the N is for news, Fox News Now, Bloomberg TV Plus, Yahoo Finance, Cheddar News, and Newsy. Samsung TV Plus is also available as a free app for Samsung only mobile devices. Xumo is an ad-supported video on demand service that's been around for 10 years and was recently acquired by Comcast. Xumo has over 200 channels and offers thousands of movies, TV shows, and other on-demand content. It's available in over 40 million households in the US and Canada. Pluto TV, like Xumo, also offers tons of movies and TV shows and hundreds of channels that stream content 24/7. TV shows on Pluto TV include Star Trek, Three's Company, and Midsummer Murders. You'll have to use a VPN to stream Pluto in Canada, however. I'm sorry about that. Crackle, which is only available in the US, and Popcorn Flicks, available in both the US and Canada, are both owned by Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. That's the name of the company. And they feature a respectable library of films, original content, web series, and TV shows. Tubi TV is owned by Fox and has a good selection of movie content. This AVOD app is slowly ramping up original content, as well as now offering live local news from over 200 Fox TV affiliates in the US. Tubi TV also recently launched in Canada. Amazon-owned IMDb TV began life as IMDb, which is the Internet Movie Database, a movie information service on the internet, and I'm sure you're familiar with it. IMDb TV, the AVOD streaming service, operates alongside Amazon's Prime Video, which is a part of Amazon Prime membership. IMDb TV's movie content, like Amazon Prime's, is very, very good. Funimation is mainly movies and is owned by Sony Pictures. You can stream some of Funimation's content for free with ads. However, Funimation Premium Plus at $8 a month includes all Sony Pictures movies and allows 5 simultaneous streams and more. Funimation Premium Plus Ultra at $99 a year has all the perks of their Premium Plus, plus a few others, including Japanese anime. Don't know much about Japanese anime? I confess neither do I, so we're not going to talk about it. Plex is an unconventional streaming service that allows users to share and manage their content libraries. The platform boasts media uploading and streaming capabilities and houses free-to-watch content as well. Both fee-based and AVOD versions of Plex are available. I'll close out my presentation with a couple of interesting but definitely unconventional streaming services. Poplock digitally partners with libraries across the US and Canada to provide online and mobile access to ebooks, audiobooks, comics, music, movies, and video. With Hoopla and a valid library card, patrons can borrow, stream, and download content. There are no ads or commercials in any of Hoopla's content, and isn't that refreshing? Canopy, K-A-N-O-P-Y, provides access to more than 30,000 independent and documentary films. You'll find titles of unique and cultural value, such as the Criterion Collection, Media Education Foundation, The Great Courses, and thousands of independent filmmakers. I should say the work of thousands of independent filmmakers. Canopy is free because a public library or university covers the associated costs that allow users to watch for free without ads. Canopy is only available through some libraries, and you need to be a member of a participating library to use Canopy. As I'm drawing this presentation to a close, my thoughts went to the TV streaming apps I have on the 3 virtually identical Roku streaming stick plus 4K units on my 3 TVs here in Minnesota, as well as down in Arizona. I note that I carry them back and forth. I noted that each Roku stick now has about 35 streaming apps. Roughly 12 were apps I chose initially, like YouTube TV, Amazon Prime Video, PBS, the Roku channel, Tubi TV, Popcorn Flicks, and so forth. The other 25 plus channels I didn't choose. They were pushed to my unit by Roku. And here's what I found a little shocking. More than half of the apps were ones I never covered in these 3 presentations on TV streaming services. Consequently, I need to dispossess you of the idea that I've covered all or most of the TV streaming channels available in the 3 categories of TV streaming that I've covered in these 3 presentations. Truth be told, there are currently more than 3,000 TV channels available to streaming devices like Roku and Fire TV, and nearly half of these are AVOD. Please enjoy. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a good day. And by the way, I am sticking with it.
Thank you so much, Dewey. I should mention to everybody that Dewey's done an outstanding job in the last 3 weeks of these 3 videos he's made. And I understand that many of you may in the future go on to want to do some streaming services, maybe come back and look at these videos again for the excellent information that's in there. So you, of course, will be able to find them on the link to the shows which of course will be there. But also Dewey's individual videos are put up on our channel as well, and you'll see those on our Tech for Senior channel. So you will be able to look at his specific videos or watch them as part of our show today. Just before we get to Hewie up, Hewie's got a fairly lengthy segment, an excellent one. I just wanted you to show you guys something, and this is because my prayers to the Google gods have been answered, and I wanted you to just to let everyone know, and I just want to show you something before we move on to Hewie's section. I promise I will only take a couple of seconds. So let me share my screen, and I just want to show you this, and we'll bring up. We are going to bring up my. Now you may find it hard to see this because I haven't done this. Isn't a recorded video or anything. My wife sent me a picture this morning in Gmail. So this is the example. What I'm going to show you today is if you get a picture in Gmail, someone sends you a picture, you want to put it into Google Photos. All right. Now you have to remember whether the picture in Gmail is embedded in the Gmail or whether it's just an attachment. It will always show up as it just says picture, and there's a picture here. Now, the most likely thing I want to do all day long when I get pictures is just throw them into my Google Photos. So if we click this picture, you'll of course see this is a picture of a heron. All right. Now I want to put this into Google Photos. I want to do it quickly. I don't want to be messing around with this. So if you look up in the top right-hand corner, you will see it says add to drive. This is a disaster. Google has always done this. This will simply drop the picture in the root directory of your Google Drive. Now, couple of years ago, Google Drive was linked to Google Photos, but no, they're just a big mess and it sits in the root directory. So if you've been saving your pictures, you may want to go over to Google Drive and clean them all up. You can, of course, import them from Google Drive into Google Photos. Another step to go through. I don't want to print it. And the other thing is, of course, you get to download. So the only way in which I always was doing that is download this picture onto my PC or my Chromebook and then upload it into Google Photos. How stupid is all of this? Because it's a 2 or 3 step process. The picture's already in the cloud. Why can't they just drop it directly into Google Photos? Well, now if you go over and you look at this little 3-dot menu here on the right side, when you click this, save to photos. This is a feature that has come up in the last couple of weeks and is just being rolled out across Canada and the United States. Save to photos, click that button. This is now saved to Google Photos. So I just want to show everybody that. Sorry, Hewie, I don't want to take away from your time, but I thought that's such a cool feature. I use it all day long, and I just want to thank Google for, of course, coming to their senses and making it so simple for us now. Hewie, take it away.
I am about to. I want to preface this by saying this is part 3 of my Facebook
Please
videos.
like this video
And-
and subscribe to our channel.
We got to do this. There we go.
Facebook tips, part 3, privacy settings. I'm Hewie Poplock. We're going to continue to take a look at Carl's Facebook account. If you recall, the last time we went up to settings and we looked at settings and privacy. We looked at settings and we looked at security and login and your Facebook information. Let's take a look today at privacy. Privacy shortcuts. Check a few important settings. So let's do that. When you do that, you get the privacy checkup. Who can see what you share? Let's take a look at that. Who can see what you share? We'll walk through some of the steps. Here is your email address. You want to have it set for only yourself. Your birth date, if you want to have it public so people can wish you a happy birthday, you would turn on the birthday, and you could make it public or just your friends. But let's go ahead and make it public so you can see that it is. And there it is. But you always want to make the year, which Facebook requires, always set it to only me. You don't want anyone to know the year because that's a way of getting your identifications stolen if they have your birth date full, including the year. So not only don't you want to publicize the year, but you don't want to say that, oh, I'm celebrating my 49th birthday or my 23rd birthday, or it's my grandson's Daniel's 12th birthday. If they look at other pictures on your Facebook page, they find Daniel's information. Now they know his date of birth as well, and they can go to his page, maybe find out where he lives and some other information about him, and can start the ball rolling for ID theft. So you need to be very, very careful there. The current city, you don't have to tell the truth on these things. You can lie. You can use a suburb if you live in the suburb, or if you happen to have moved from Orlando, you may want to just leave it at Orlando, for instance. But I've got the current city set at only me. Friends and following, let's go to next. You decide who you want to see your posts and stories. Future posts, do you want your friends? You can have the public, your friends except certain ones, specific friends, or only yourself. I have, Carl has it set for friends. I may have it for public, because I post a lot of things I want public to see. Stories, who can see your stories? Again, you have those choices again. Limit past posts. Change who can see posts that were public or friend of friends to only friends. Anyone tagged in these posts and their friends may still see them. So you might want to change to limit that. And next. Now blocking. When you block someone, they will no longer see things you post on your timeline. Tag you, invite you to events or groups, start a conversation with you, or add you as a friend. Tip, when you block someone, we won't tell them that you've blocked them. So they don't know you have blocked them. But you can add people to a block list by when you click this, it will then say type in their name. Next. So this says I'm all set. So I reviewed that topic. How to keep your account secure. Your password is okay. Turn on two-factor authentication and turn on login alerts. Let's take a look at what you do there. Password tips. Choose a password that you don't use anywhere else online. Make it easy for you to remember and difficult for others to guess. Never share your password with anyone. You can change your password in this location. We go to next, some security tips. Add an extra layer of security to your account. You can set this up via SMS, which is texting, or an authentication app on more than one device. You can reset your password with a phone number used for two-factor authentication. Make sure you have at least one other up-to-date email or phone number on your account. Get started and set that up. And then you can turn on some alerts. When you turn on alerts, Facebook will let you know if someone logs into your account from a place they don't recognize. They'll tell you which device was used and where it was located. So Facebook, Messenger, or email, you can turn any of those on or just turn them all on with one switch. There we go. And you're all set. Let's review another topic. How people can find you on Facebook. Let's continue. You're in control of who can send you friend requests. Who can send your friend requests? You can have it set for everyone or just friends of friends. Tip, if you're getting too many friend requests that you don't want, you could set this to friends of friends. Phone number and email list. It's common for people to have the same name, so we want ways that people can find each other on Facebook. Choose who can look you up by your phone number and email address. You can set that up as friends, or you can set only me, or friends of friends, or everyone. So it depends on how, again, your privacy, what you would like and what you expect. Search engines like Google can link to your profile to help people find you more easily. If you turn this off, your profile can be found on Facebook if people search for your name. Do you want search engines outside of Facebook to link to your profile? It is turned off here. And again, you're all set now. Your data settings on Facebook. Here are some apps, and you can, if you have some apps there, you can remove them, or you can add some. And again, you're all set. And your ad preferences, the ads you see on Facebook are personalized based on what they think you're interested in. Now, some people don't like that. They don't want ads that are suggested for them. The alternative, you're going to get the ads. The alternative is you're going to get ads that may not be anything that you're interested in. And so, do you want to see ads of something that might be of interest? Or do you want to see ads that you don't want a thing to do with? So this is what you have to decide. And you can also, for profile information, you can set up your relationship status, employer, job title, and education, and your social interactions. This is where it says Carl liked a particular page. If you don't want that to be on there, what you can do is who can see those things, your friends, or you can just say only me and no one else could see it. And that covers all of those items in the privacy checkup. Back on our privacy page, we've looked at check a few important settings. Now let's manage your profile. This is where you can put in information in the About page of your Facebook page. Most people leave these things empty, but some would like their friends and people to find them and find out information about them. So you have a choice of adding these things or not. You've got work and education, at a workplace, at a high school, at a college, where you presently live, what your hometown is. Sometimes the hometown is good, especially if you've moved and you're hoping that maybe some friends that you grew up with, that you went to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, that you went to, some of these people, you want them to find you, you can add some of this information in there. And so when they do a search on your college or your high school or your town that you came from, they'll be able to find you, especially if you have a very common name. Under places lived, you can add several cities. Contact and basic information. You can have your phone numbers and so on available if you want people to have that. Again, this is privacy information. Most people don't like putting it up there. Family and relationships, some people like to put in some information there, details about you. If there's a pronunciation of your name, for instance, if you have a nickname, other names, so that people can find you. Any life events, when you got married, when your anniversary, if you can't, especially if you can't remember your anniversary, this is a good place to post it so you can go and look yourself to find out when your anniversary is. And then, of course, there's a list of friends and friend requests, and there's more information there about you. The next section is about learning more privacy basics. Get answers to common questions with this interactive guide. So let's take a look at it. A lot of us don't understand what we can set and what it means and some of these things and the importance of them. So you have control over who sees what you share on Facebook. That way you're free to express yourself in any way you want. Facebook is here to help you do that. So let's get started. Top topics. How do I choose who can see photos and other things that I post? I know some people were having some trouble with this. So let's take a look at that. Every time you post a status update, photo, or video, you can choose who can see it. Use the menu at the top of your post to choose your audience up here. Most people want to share their things with their friends. You can also choose to share it publicly or with a specific group of people. To let anyone see something you post, including strangers and people who aren't on Facebook, then choose public. If you accidentally share a post with the wrong audience, you can always change it. Go to the post, open the menu in the upper right-hand corner, choose which group of people you want to be able to see the post. If you frequently customize the audience for your posts, you might like using lists. Lists help you organize groups of friends. You can choose from close friends, acquaintances, and restricted, or create your own custom lists. To add friends to a new list, log onto your Facebook on a computer, then go to the Friends section on the left side of your news feed and click More. To create custom list, click Create List. Then name your list and add the friends that you want in that list. To add friends to an existing list, click See All Friends. Next to a friend's name, use the menu to select the list that you want to add them to. Let's see if there's some other topics here. How can I see what my profile looks like to someone else? Learn more. Let's do that. When someone visits your profile, you choose what they can see based on whether they're in the audience for specific info and posts. When you post something on your timeline, you choose who sees that post. Some things, like your name and your profile photo, are always public on Facebook. When something is public, that means anyone can see it, even people you aren't friends with, on or off Facebook. It's easy to learn what people can see on your profile, or change who can see specific info you previously shared. Using the View As tool from a computer, you can check to see what your profile looks like to other people, including the public and specific friends. Go to your own profile and select View As. To see what your profile looks like to a specific friend, click View As Specific Person and type a friend's name. I understand Facebook has taken that away and you no longer can view as a particular person, but you can view as public or as a friend. Your profile will automatically update to show a preview of what that friend would see when they visited your profile. If you ever share something on your timeline that you don't want anyone to see, there again, you can change the privacy setting or delete the post. There are a few other ways to manage who can see things on the timeline section of your profile. Open your setting and select Timeline and Tagging. You can choose what people see on your timeline when you're tagged in other people's posts. You can also change who can see what other people post on your timeline. You can also hide sections of the About page, part of your profile like music and movies. Go to your own profile from a computer and select More, which is located directly below your cover photo. Then select Manage Sections. Uncheck any sections you want to hide. Note that individual stories in hidden sections can still appear in other places, like on your timeline and newsfeed. Can other people see my list of friends when they visit my profile? Who can see your list of friends when they visit your profile is up to you. To change the privacy for your friend list, log into Facebook on a computer, go to your own profile and open up the Friends tab. Choose the Edit Privacy on the menu in the upper right corner of the Friends section. You can pick the audience for your friends list. You can even choose Only Me if you don't want anyone else to see your friends list as part of your profile. Remember that your friends each control who can see their friends. If you're friends with someone, you'll be on their friends list, and it's up to that friend who sees their list. Your friendship with certain people may also show when someone searches for you. Who can see my reactions and comments on other people's posts? Let's learn more about that. Anyone who can see a certain post will also be able to see any reactions or comments people have made on it, including if you've reacted or commented. The person who posts something has control over the audience who can see it. Every post includes an icon that lets you see the audience. Audience choices include friends, public, and more specific options that can be customized. Remember that after someone posts something, they may change the audience at any time and you won't be notified. For example, a friend could share a photo with their friends and later update the audience to public. If you've commented on the photo, even when the audience was set to friends, your comment would become public too. Who can see a photo I post on Facebook when someone else is tagged in it? When you post a photo, you can choose the audience using the menu at the top of your post. Typically, when someone is tagged in a photo you posted, that person and all of their friends will be able to see the photo in addition to the audience that you choose. If you don't want friends of the person who was tagged to see your photo, go to the photo and open the audience menu. Select Edit Privacy and make your selections there. Edit Privacy. Then unselect Friends of Tagged from the list. This will make it so the audience for your photo can't expand to include the friends of people who are tagged in it. If you don't want your own friends to be added to the audience when you're tagged in a post, go to your settings and select Timeline and Tagging. Find the section How I Can Manage Tags, People Add, and Tagging Suggestions. You can control who gets added to the audience if you're tagged and someone isn't already in the audience for that post. How can I stop someone who's bothering me? To stop someone from bothering you, you can either unfriend or block them. Anyone you unfriend or block will not be notified. Blocking someone means you won't be friends anymore and they won't be able to add you as a friend, see things you post on your profile as long as it isn't shared publicly. They can't tag you. They can't invite you to events or groups or start a conversation with you. Someone you block might still see things, such as if you like or comment on someone else's post or share something in a group you're both in. To block someone, go to More, tap Settings, tap Blocking. Add the name or email address of the person you want to block. You can also block someone from their profile. Open the menu on the far right below their cover photo, then select Block. If you'd rather unfriend the person who is bothering you, go to their profile, tap on the Friends tab under the cover photo, then select Unfriend. When you unfriend someone, they won't be able to see info that you are sharing with your friends, and you won't see info they only share with their friends anymore. People you unfriend can still see posts you share publicly, and with certain audiences they might be in, like friends of friends. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Facebook Tips, Part 3, Privacy Settings. I'm Hewie Poplock.
And part 4 will be next week.
Excellent. Thank you. I was changing my settings as we went along. I was following the video and looking at all my Facebook settings. Cool. And again, of course, it's available for everyone as a reference too, because you probably want to go back and look at some of those things. All right, Ray, just before you get going, I want to thank everyone on our YouTube feed for coming. Thanks so much. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Let me just stop the YouTube feed, the live feed. And Ray, you're up.
All right, here we go. Let me just share my screen here. Okay, summertime, that's where we are. And this is the song I'm going to talk about today. Now, for these past several weeks, I've heard all the comments on our show every Monday morning. It's probably been the hottest we've experienced in our lives. Now, even where I live at an altitude of 5,500 feet, the thermometer a couple of times has inched up close to triple digits. So yes, we are well into the season of summer, which brings me to a longtime favorite song that I am sure everyone listening today has heard before, and it is so appropriately titled Summertime. So where did the song Summertime come from? Well, it was composed by George Gershwin, and some think his brother Ira also had contributions to it way back in 1934 for the opera Porgy and Bess. It did not take long for the song to become popular and a much recorded jazz standard. Now, this is an interesting statistic from the Guinness World Records website. States a group called the Summertime Connection. They're a group of fans from around the world with a shared passion for Gershwin's area. They claim that Summertime is the most recorded song ever, with a staggering 67,591 recorded versions in existence as of June 1, 2017. The group actually collected 57,316 full recordings of Summertime by that date. And the song called Summertime. I only have about 50 MP3 versions saved on my music computer. Nonetheless, this is my favorite, and it was released in 1947 by the Ravens. Now, they were the first vocal group to name themselves after a bird, and that later became a trend among vocal groups. Now, a unique feature for the Ravens was to use their bass singer on lead. His name was Jimmy Ricks, and he became the standard for all vocal group bass singers that followed him. In 2007, Savoy Records released a CD titled Savoy Jazz Super EP, The Ravens, with the tagline, 5 recordings that changed the face of jazz. The song Summertime is one of those 5. Not too many videos from 1947 that I could have showed you, but I think that's a very popular song. I was watching a few of you sing along with it, and that was great.
Somebody actually has a real voice.
His voice, Jimmy Rick's voice, resonates with me. I can feel it in my body when he sings. He's that good.
Sure. He's good. Thank you, Ray. That was, as usual, great. Just to remind everyone that you will be able to listen to all Ray's music selections on our playlist, on our Tech for Senior playlist that Ray has, and you'll find it on the Tuesday newsletter. So if you have not subscribed or signed up for the newsletter, we send it out, and we'll be adding that song and all of his songs in the past that Ray has recommended are on that playlist for you. Isn't that great? Yes, you can listen to it over and over and over again. Well, thanks. It's top of the hour, and we have another episode in the can, I guess you'd call it. Thanks everyone for coming. We'll of course be moving on shortly into our question and answer part. So if you have any questions answered about our new Premiere service or anything we've talked about today, or you want to make any comments, we'd be happy to do that. If you look down in the reaction center, you'll see a little place where you can put your hand up. This does a couple of things. It puts you in the queue, and we'll try to do these in a sequential order. And it also helps us, you come into our screen and we can actually see where you are, because there are a lot of people here and we have many screens open. I want to thank everyone for coming, and thank you, Hewie, for that was really an excellent presentation you did. I followed along and made some changes in my settings, and probably a lot of people want to do that and replay that. So that worked out really good. Excellent. Bob, congratulations. And again, thanks for keeping us on top of things with security. Dewey, of course, is thank you so much for the great on streaming services. That's a great reference. References. Those are great references for the future. That's wonderful. And of course, Ray, thanks again. So we'll move into the question and answer period. Oh, by the way, if you are leaving now, remember that Tech for Senior is on this Thursday at 9 o'clock. We will be having Michael Daniels as our guest speaker. Michael's always fun to have on. He's really a lot of fun. And we will be talking about all sorts of cool stuff on Thursday morning. So remember, you can certainly join us on Thursday morning. And if you have to leave, we'll, of course, see you next week, same time, same place here. So with that out of the way, let's, Irvin, I think Irving, you have your first question. We'll get Irving's question. Go ahead.
Hi there. I was curious whether in Hewie's presentation, will he be dealing with the subject of deleting stuff from Facebook? To me, that's kind of a magic word, what you can or can't delete. Perhaps you've covered it before, or it's upcoming.
Actually, neither. I've been talking about privacy, but I have not gone into how to get rid of something. I believe I've touched on it a little bit in part 4, but I'm just trying to remember. I've looked at so many things and I don't recall. But if not, maybe there'll be a part 5.
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks a lot. Any other questions here? We have an open floor if you want to comment. What did everyone think about my Google Photos tip there? Wasn't that cool? I mean, that is going to save me like a bazillion hours of work, you know, because I get all sorts of pictures all day long coming in by email, and I just want to save them to Google Photos. That's it. And just click the one button and boom, it's saved now. So that is going to save me a bundle of time.
Ellen has her hand up.
Ellen, go ahead.
Hi, Hewie. I don't belong to Facebook because I don't want to support Mark Zuckerberg and some of his attitudes. But some organizations are exclusively on Facebook and don't know how to set the settings so that those of us who are looking at their business page can actually see what's going on, since they're posting mostly on Facebook. Could you add at some point to your list of videos the recommendations for groups and how to set it so that the options for those who are members of Facebook are set, and how they can set it so that those of us who don't belong to Facebook can also see the material?
Yeah, you can open up a Facebook account and just never post anything and never do anything, so no one ever sees it, and then you can go to those pages without a problem.
I don't want to belong to Facebook in any way until they
Yeah.
change their attitude.
Then you won't see what's there.
But Ellen, you can see the Facebook page. For example, Tech for Senior, our Facebook page is just a website. You can go there without actually without logging into Facebook. So you can just see it as a website.
But
So
what I need to do is tell the organizations who do not know how to set their page up
I understand
properly.
that. Yeah. Right.
Bill H.
Just while I've got you, Ellen, on the I didn't get a chance to talk to you. Can you make sure that you index the Premiere as well, the 16A? Remember that I just talked about? You can put those on your search in your search.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah. So when you're doing your indexing, you know, of the different episodes, if you just make sure you put in the A version, which 16, of course, will be 16.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So just add those to the list as well, if you could do
Okay.
that. Thanks. Bill H, go ahead.
Yes, I was curious on my raise hand. It's not in the reactions area, as you said. It's in participants. Am I needing to update Zoom or something to get that changed?
You sure do. You sure do. You're way behind.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And we have Jim Glass. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Your favorite expression, Bill, you're muted.
I put my hand back down because I forgot what I was going to ask you.
All right. Well, we'll always be here if you need to put it back up. Go ahead and just do that. Any other questions? So at 10:30 today, if you wish, then you can just go to our YouTube channel, and the video will automatically start playing, and it will be on episode 16, and that will be, of course, I'll be talking on old photographs, what to do with them, and he will be talking on Snagit. Now, the thing about that is these are, of course, there'll be no discussion, and it will just play for 20 minutes and stop. So, but it will be recorded, and it is of course available. The link was there, and you can go back and you can replay it as you want. And you might say, well, why not just play episode 16? And that is true. You could just play episode 16 and cut into those areas that you want. But if you wanted to use this as part of for your computer club, or it's cut up in a better presentation for you. There's no intros or outros or anything like that. You'll see it just starts. So we're hopefully that will make it easier for you, and you'll be able to reuse some of the vast amount of information that we've got. In fact, Hewie and I keep forgetting, and Bob and the staff forget all the videos that we've done. Like we've done a lot of videos. So this is a way of which we can get them back out there and get people to use them.
Ron, we always joke about the gadgets and everything. And I did a video this past week that we just don't have time to insert it in any of the shows. So I went ahead and I added it to the Facebook page, but it's also on Hewie's YouTube channel. Hewie's YouTube channel, and it's on gadgets. And I go through probably about 15 or 20 gadgets that are brand new that are available actually through the crowdfunding. And I talk a little bit about crowdfunding and what it is. But a couple of them I bought, a couple of them I'm considering. Bill James looked at it, and there was one he's thinking about, and it's one of the ones that I am as well, which is a bird feeder that as the birds fly to it, it has a camera built into it. It'll take a picture as the bird flies in, and if the bird's singing, it hears and records the singing of that bird, and then it compares it to a database, and will tell you what type of bird that it is. But at $190, I haven't been able to justify buying or purchasing it yet. But there's gadgets like that are on there, and it's worth taking a look at, spending a little bit of time at all the different gadgets that are out there, and they're all crowdfunding, which is a matter of you don't really buy the product, you invest in the product, and when they do finally produce it, if they do, then you'll get it at that cost, and usually it's a cost less than what the retail is going to be when it does come out. And I've done a few of those crowdfundings and have gotten the items. I've got a couple I expect in the next month or two that I bought. One of them was back in December, and I still haven't received it yet, but they are still going ahead and manufacturing. Now, of course, you are investing, and some of them never are shipped, and so you're out the money. So you don't get the money back.
You don't get the money back.
You don't get the money back.
All right. Carl, sorry, Carl. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, just one question for Bill James. In Disk Manager, is there a feature for doing benchmarking?
Not that I'm aware of, Carl. It's just strictly allows you to partition and do those sort of things on your hard drive. There's probably a third-party app out there that you can go and find out what the benchmarks are for your hard drive.
Okay.
I can look that up for you. I think I've seen one. I just can't think. Maybe someone else knows, but
well, Partition Magic has it for the Samsung, and ironically, that software comes with the SSD drive that I bought from Samsung, and it did a benchmark of my old drive, and I wanted to do a benchmark of the new drive, which is not installed. It's still connected via USB and a SATA adapter, but it says it's not allowed to do it. But I'll try doing it later. I just wanted to give everybody an update. I did, copy over my existing hard drive to my SSD drive, but it was only today that I found a YouTube video specific to my PC and how to install the hardware. I've tended in the past to just jump into those things, but I learned the hard way that it's good to look into how to do it before you do it. So I'm going to have an update next week.
I'll check that out for you for a benchmark program that you can use.
Thank you.
Dorothy, go ahead.
Everybody on here. Bill James has more gadgets than anybody else I've ever known in my life. And I keep
Well,
telling him,
hold on. I'm not. We may get those may be fighting words, and just to let you know that I've got some gadgets on order. So we're the war is on.
You're running a close second.
And I'm somewhere. I'm in the running. I'm in the running there too.
So
Yeah.
am I.
And so is Bob. So
And so
those
is Bob.
You
Yeah.
were rich before you started buying. I
I
can
have
tell
some
Bill when he has a gadget that he doesn't want anymore. I can, he can
You'd
bring
be
it
happy.
over to my house anytime. He knows where I live.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my wife the other day, she was cleaning out an area and she had a box that was going to a garage sale, and I said, "Just a minute." She says, "Look, these haven't been opened, and they've been sitting in the storage area for 2 years." She says, "If you haven't used them for 2 years, they're going in the garage sale." And I hadn't even opened them, and they were gadgets I bought. So
That's
anyway,
ridiculous.
well, it opened up storage area for some new gadgets.
That you may not use for 2 years and then they'll go in the chopping block.
I've even tried to bribe Bill by cooking for him.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. But it is
Whatever it takes.
it's just a click of a button with Amazon, and then it's delivered. So it's impulse buying. So you have to be a bit careful.
I had a problem with Amazon twice in the last week. Robin is confined to an electronic wheelchair, and we have a ramp at the front door. Would you believe that the delivery people from Amazon have placed the packages on the ramp, and the door opens out, so we can't open the door. She can't move the package. I can push it and move it away, but you would think that they would realize that a ramp is for somebody who has difficulty going in and out, and probably if they put it to the side, it would be much better.
They stand in the middle of the yard and toss it on the floor. I have watched them.
Yeah, for sure. They are so fast. Like they in my house, they run up to the front door. They don't ring the doorbell. They just put it on the front porch, and then they run back to the truck and off they go. So they're not spending much time there. I don't think they're thinking about that. And in fact, in the future, you may have a drone that just drops it there, right?
Yep.
It's true. I mean, I think they're doing drones in the Mesa, Phoenix area there. I think they're doing drone deliveries now. So it's happening, and they'll just drop. Hugh, you may have to get up on the roof. Do you have a ladder? They may drop it on your roof, and you may have to climb up there to get it.
It might end up in the backyard in Oklahoma.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're building a huge warehouse right near me. And so instead of it being 10 miles away, it's only going to be 1.5 miles away. So they're going to be able to get packages to me even quicker.
It'll go along with your internet access.
Yep.
You probably ordered so much stuff that they wanted to make the delivery short.
Yeah, when I ordered the router, I ordered it in the morning. It was here in the evening.
Yeah. Yep.
When I was in Mesa a couple of years back, I had ordered something and I didn't realize that there was a delivery center or a fulfillment center right there. And within 2 hours, what I had ordered was at the front desk at the hotel. So, that doesn't work that way here where I am now.
Yes, indeed. It's definitely works fast. Carl, go ahead.
Carl.
Yeah, is Dewey going to be doing a show on infrared BBQs?
Absolutely. We're not letting him off the hook without that. He's for sure. And in fact, I asked him how the steaks were this morning in our pre-show talk, and he said they were great. So absolutely, I want to. That's a really good talk. So he will be doing that.
I sent you a few pictures of a couple infrared grills from Lowe's here in Troy, Michigan, and my own. And I've been looking to upgrade it, but I'll wait till the fall when they go on sale.
Yeah. Well, I don't know much about him, so I'm interested in Dewey's comments on it. And he'll, I think he should have us all over for dinner, and we'll all just do a taste test. Eh? He can cook up some of the steaks, and we'll have a great test.
If not everybody, at least the staff.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Did you pass it on to him? Because I think I said Hewie instead of Dewey when I sent it.
No, you said Dewey. No,
you said Dewey. Yeah, no, we've got his number. He knows that we're waiting for it for sure. The other thing that was really cool, we talked about this. I don't know if I mentioned it in the show, but it's on our Facebook page. But there's a new app coming out in August, and it is a lawn mowing app. Now, so you get to actually get on the lawnmower of your choice, drive it around, and mow grass. Now, you may think this is a bit weird, and why would someone want to do that? But of course, Dewey has a ride-around lawnmower. He's got a John Deere, and he's really pleased with this machine, and he likes to drive around on it. And of course, I think that as a guy's thing, it would be fun because in this app, you're going to be able to get in on all the different ride-around lawnmowers, all the different models, makes, and everything, and they've got all the buttons and bells and whistles all exactly where you want. Maybe they'll even have it into VR. Maybe you can connect your Oculus Quest to this, and you can ride around and cut lawns and all these different. And I think now most of you are going to think this is crazy, right? But I think this is going to go over really well. I think there's a huge market for this app, and I think it's going to be incredible. So I'm going to do a review on it in August when it comes out. I think it'll be fun.
Well, that's why I lived in a condo for years, so I wouldn't have to even think about a lawnmower.
I want to see an attachment to my riding mower that can then monitor or map out, like the Wise vacuum does, my lawn, so that I don't have to drive. I just have to sit there and let it do all the work by itself. When that happens, then I'll be happy.
Absolutely. Well, listen, fellas, listen, everyone. It's 10:20. I want to let everybody have a little bit of a break before 10:30. And then, of course, Tech for Senior. No, I'm sorry. We'll have Tech for Senior, the Premiere version. Will start automatically on our Facebook channel.
There should be a countdown, right? That starts if you get there early.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there'll be a countdown. Yep, it should be there. Hopefully, it all starts automatically. So if I've set it up right, it'll run. If I haven't, you can yell at me next Monday. Okay? I mean, I'm sorry. It's the first day, so hopefully it's going to run all by itself. I hope to be in the chat and sort of and we'll see what's happening. But again, if you do have any questions, save them for next week, and we can talk about the questions at that time. Thanks everyone for coming, and have a great week. We'll see you again. We'll see you maybe on Thursday for our Tech for Senior Live and Michael Daniels. And if not, we'll see you. Oh, learning Chromebooks. Don't forget learning
Chromebooks.
And Hewie, don't forget to send the email out today.
Yeah, the reminder for all those who are registered.
Yeah.
If you're not registered, make sure you register.
Make sure you register. Learning Chromebooks is going to be a great show on Thursday. So do that, and we will see everybody. If not, see you next Monday. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.